Hey man, how dare they think that they could take your body?
Uh-oh.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That somebody needed that doc. I didn't need that shit. Hey, as much as I love Tennessee,
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Tanahashi, I
Yep.
thought that always get caught up on that first name.
Ta-Nehisi, yeah.
But
Between the world and me.
Yeah, as much as I enjoy him and I love that damn book, yeah, I think that's for like people that are like visual learners though,
Well, so okay. How the fuck we even got here is crazy.
because
But-
you just said that last line. Yeah, I got that directly from you.
But that's why I fuck with you, because you gonna come in here and say the shit that just needs to be said. Didn't nobody need that? Not that way. Not like that.
Don't have hella people reading the book to me, bro.
No.
I thought y'all was gonna offer something new to the equation, but don't read me the book word for word.
Did you see my tweet to him the other day? It was like, bruh, but I only said it. I was trying to find a PC way to say that. I was like, yo, I want in on the water dancer. I don't care
Yeah,
what
for
capacity
sure.
it is. Like, I
Don't
just
do
don't
it that way,
I
but
don't
yeah,
want
for
it to
sure.
be done that way, bro. He's too brilliant of a writer. He's too brilliant of a writer. His writing means entirely too much to black folks to be run through those channels like that. And I don't even want to make that HBO thing, because HBO be letting niggas give it up all kind of ways. So it's like, bro, let us do that for real. If we gonna do it, my nigga, like,
Yeah, no, I think somebody else had a hand in like even bringing that to light. Like I don't think he even wanted to do it.
we're talking about Ta-Nehisi Coates' latest, and well, I don't even know if it's his latest HBO special, but it's an HBO special, an ode to his book, bestseller, Between the World and Me. If you have not read that book, it's a letter to his teenage son during. It wasn't Tamir Rice. What death triggered it? I feel like it wasn't even one of the public ones. It was one of the local ones that triggered it, wasn't it? Like, it was one that was local to where he was at, if I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember the name. Yeah, but yeah,
But it's a letter to his son.
after his son having to go through
Yeah.
today's age, and he kind of goes through the history of his own
encounter.
his own
Yeah.
encounters of like stuff that happens locally.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. It was one of it was not the popular ones, but one of the ones that was in the public eye.
And
His was something local.
and the reason, I guess the reason that book means so much to me, I'm public about this, in like, it's a lot of, I got a lot of goals. I got a lot of things that I'm going to do and achieve and accomplish. But at the top of the list is being a husband and a dad. And what I can't make sense of is a conversation of fear. And how to purpose it. For how great of a job my mother did, I was able early enough to filter out, oh, she's just scared. She's not even mad at me. She was in fear for my life. I'll never forget it. We went to a family gathering, and my sister stole $20. We get home, Nana like, hey, I should have room my sister's probably way too long, but it's just how it was. Nana goes, hey, bro, I got this 20, my nigga, what we doing? I'm like, yo, what? Like, immediately it was like, no, you can't, because I knew we just left a family event. Not that it would have made it right from anywhere else, but the fact that it was from a family event was like, yo, this is not cool.
I didn't know where the heat about to come.
Facts. Like,
Should have happened way too many times.
You don't watch the detective shows, nigga. They gonna trace this back to us, you know. So I go, and immediately I go, yo, you can't spend it right away because they gonna know it's you. So let's just lay low. I'm gonna hide it. I got the perfect place, so I'm just hiding the shit. Man, it felt like 2 weeks went by, if that. Moms was hot on the trail. Hey, you know something about $20? Like, nah, fam, what you talking? $20? What? That shit worked for like a day. And then she was getting hotter on the trail. It's like, somebody knows something. I don't know what you talking about. The nigga who stole it cracked. Like, yo, I did it. Marty got it. Wait a minute. You don't like this. That's what be killing me.
First
Like
48,
it's
man.
early first 48. If you don't tell, they don't know. You just gonna have to be mad, but that pressure be real.
It's because they ask you the same question
Over.
with time in between. You know what I
See,
mean? Like they ask you this question and 8 hours pass, but I'm gonna ask you
Man.
the exact same question
Gee.
after you've been sitting here all day.
It was routine textbook first 48. It was like, no, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Just kept it cool. And then just went on about my day like nothing. Man, next day, mom's flipped. And you didn't like, and it was so funny. Black parents are hilarious. Because my mom, she wanted to be mad about the money, but she was like, I'm proud of you for not telling on your sister. But it was like
Time and time again.
She was so hot, like, and you in cahoots. Like, I didn't even know what cahoots meant at the time. You know what I'm saying? It was so funny. But I just remember going, fuck, why did I start telling this story? It was a reason.
Well, you didn't got in trouble for snitching too, so it'd have just been like
That's what I'm saying.
There was no win in this
What
story.
do you want from me?
There was no win in this
Damn,
story.
but there was a point to this story. God damn it. Oh well. I hope we got a laugh out of it because there was a total point to this story.
It's between the word and me is
Yeah.
Is that what we started? Whoa, Ta-Nehisi, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with you, Ross. I don't know why I started telling that. Nana, and I apologize, but it's a funny story. Camaraderie, maybe? I don't know.
Hey,
Does it have to do with one of the main reasons you love the book?
No, I couldn't be.
Yeah.
Oh no, being a dad. Yeah. Fear. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
not
see?
absolutely crazy. But my mom was freaking out. She and black parents let her go because if you lie, you steal. Like, fam, how you connected both of those? It's beyond me. But maybe you got a point. You've been living longer than me. And I remember her telling grandma, and grandma. My mom and Gigi are hilarious because they totally feed off one another. Because Gigi don't really want to be mad, but if my mom is hyped, she own it. So you lying, you stealing. Like, grandma just turned up out of nowhere. I'm like, yo, like, y'all don't need to be in a rap group together. This is crazy.
Hey.
And so
salt and pepper.
grandma. But grandma one up my mom was like, take him to San Quentin. He need to learn a lesson. So we get on the freeway and we're driving to San Quentin to the gates.
Gosh.
And my mom is like, take him. He's stealing. I'm like, wait a minute. I just didn't snitch. Like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. But
Specifically.
I remember the drive back home and my mom just being like, yo, fam, like, the rules are different. You already hella bigger than everybody in your class. You go to a school that's mixed. Your partners is diverse, but if something happened, they're gonna be on your ass, not on them. You're not playing by the same rules. And for whatever reason, that shit made sense at the time. It's probably like 11. It's like they'll kill you. I'm 11, and my mom's going, the world don't give a fuck about you, and they'll kill you. I'm like, bet. You don't have to tell me no more. And from that day on, she never had to have that conversation again with me in terms of how much higher the stakes were. Shout out to De La Soul. Stakes is high. Like, we not playing the same game. I love all my partners who come from a different place, but my nigga, I've been finessing this shit way longer than niggas. So niggas is like, oh, why you ain't do this, bro? I'm playing a long game, bro. I think that's why the Dame and Hove thing is so important to me, because it's like, it's chess, like, and it's two different strategies. Dame is going to turn up, Hove is playing a little bit more strategic and a little bit more stealthy, but I see the value in both. And that's the game my mom was giving me, but it's a lot to filter through to get to the game because I'm having to filter her fear of her fucking baby being murdered over something as silly as $20. Think about that. Like, she's processing the fear of losing her child over $20 or a pack of gum or a CD in a fucking Target or something, and it getting out of hand, and some white vigilante going, I'm gonna kill this kid because he ain't a human to me.
It's highly possible.
And at the time you want to be like, man, and it's kids' favorite thing to do. Go, man, mom's tripping, pop's tripping. No, nigga, they know you can die. And so the point was, the reason that book is so important is because it's an evolved way of trying. Damn, this ties into Aiden. It's an evolved way of trying to figure out how to communicate said fear in the healthiest way possible that you can communicate fucking fear to your child without having it be a hindrance to their own personal journey. Because at a certain point, you got to just let go and be like, yo, my nigga, do your thing. I don't want to be in your way. But I also got to protect you from some basic shit. Some basic shit. And I want so bad to be a dad, but I don't want to project fear. But maybe you got to.
Yeah, the fear usually comes into play being a parent when you, like, because as a parent, you would think that the thought process on a parent is that they have control over this other body because they're older, they created it, and then they also need to direct it.
Yes.
But it's a little bit harder to stomach when you know that you barely have the control over yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you can die at any given moment from the system in which we live in.
Yes.
So how the hell are you going to act as if you are the protector over this other being when
you can't protect yourself.
when you're not protected? You know what I'm saying? So that's usually where the fear comes into play.
I think that's why Ta-Nehisi's book is so great. Because that's what he's
That's exactly what he's talking about. Is that, like, he's trying to have, you know, this certain level of understanding of what this child is going through, but also he's an older black male that has experienced this time and time again and has its own hardened shell around it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a level of give and take on, like, should I deal with your emotions over it? Should I be a little bit more stern about it? Should I just let you just come into your own from what you're understanding and getting a grasp around, and then me just, like, insert myself where need be in fit at, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like, I think that's the importance of that book. But that's from, like, you have to, the cool thing about that book is that it's vivid in its wording.
Oh, it's so detailed.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's why it doesn't quite work if you've read it in visual form. And that's why they had to do it that way, is because it's so vivid in speaking that you didn't have to change anything about it
At all.
But, like, that just didn't quite make sense to me personally. But I get,
but I'm not mad at it, G.
No, I get it.
I'm not mad at it because it leaves room for another adaptation, which I'm going to lobby to make sure we're a part of. And I know it sounds crazy, but you gotta, after that Nate Robinson shit, nigga, we gotta be a little bit more specific about our mantras and shit. Like, Nate said, "Shock the world, nigga," and you shocked the world. So let's be a little bit more specific. Ta-Nehisi, we won't in on adopting Between the World and Me and The Water Dancer, nigga. Like, for real, because we care about it. That's all. Like, we care about it as creatives, as thinkers. Name don't even have to be on it. I just want to be in the room when y'all talking about it and discussing it, because we care about that story, and I want everybody to experience it. And if, to El's point, if it's for people who are more visual learners, let's be intentional about inviting them into that space of that book and not making it stale, my nigga. Like,
yeah, that's the only thing, is just that with visualizing it that way, it's a bore to people to even people that's probably visual learners to sit down, because it comes across as a lecture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, you can lecture a human being for literally maybe 15 minutes before they are doing something else.
And that's for the scholars and everybody. Like, that's not even just specific to, like, trying to make it inviting.
Completely.
Yeah, it's
completely.
just
any type of lecture whatsoever. If you're just giving us the lecture, just like as if you was a fucking PowerPoint and you're just looking at the PowerPoint and reading off the words on the PowerPoint, then best believe you about to lose that entire class.
Facts.
And that's how I kind of visualize this one. But that's not like much of a critique. That's literally, that's how much I love the book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.